In this self-making exercise, I want to talk about threats. On the path to self-made confidence or independent confidence, as we might call it, one of the most vital skills you can learn is to identify the threats to your success that exist in your life. The first threat I'd like to address is what I would call a power giveaway. So a power giveaway, the best example is you are part of a study group or like a client acquisition accountability group or some kind of professional meeting where you have to go accept feedback from others about your work performance on a regular basis. So here's what normally happens. A woman downloads her reports 5 minutes before that meeting, hops into the meeting, and then gets raked over the coals by people who she has no trust established with about what she didn't do well and all the different opinions about how her performance could improve. That woman, crushed, absorbs the criticism, goes back to her office, and feels less capable, feels humiliated, feels, questioning whether or not she can perform her job duties, and also feels powerless because all the power of that meeting has been placed in the leader's hands, not her own. But a confident, self-made woman might do it like this. She might say to herself, hold on, I'm in charge of my own performance. So a day before, she would download her reports and she would take an hour to do her own analysis. And she would understand what her wins and her challenges were from the previous month's performance. And she would go to that meeting prepared with a strategy to win in the following month that she can share with the leader. She goes prepared to own her shortcomings from the previous month. And the conversation is completely flipped as a result. She can accept the feedback that matters and release the feedback that doesn't, because she came into the meeting owning her own power, powerfully prepared, and powerfully confident in her performance and strategy for high performance later. So often, in an attempt to be loyal to a leader, we give away our power. We do this with our partners, we do it with our children. But a self-made woman takes the time to gather her own power source before she goes into a moment of judgment so that she can leave that moment of judgment, taking what she needs and leaving the rest. In this self-making exercise, I want you to identify the times in your life that you're giving away your power. Is it happening often? Is it happening in a really scary way? Let's work through that together.